1 week later. Chapter 5. Open Arms, Open Mind. January 16th, 201,000,2020 BC. Shouldn't there be an extra period there? It's been 1 week, well, since Fang's outburst. Needless to say, I've done better in addressing them as their preferred gender, which is non-binary. Oh god, that is such... This is not Anon, man. That is so prep. So prep. I'm no stranger to seeing human who have transitioned back in rock bottom. But still, it's different with humans, you know? They add the booba, they remove the booba, but with dinosaurs, it's like you never know. You just can't tell. This is such a weird statement from... Like, okay, listen. God, I can't believe I have to do this. This is not about the Swan Father. I've mentioned before that, like, the amount of people that are LGBT is quite high. Trans people, however, are not that big. I imagine that in any school you'd probably find at least one. Let's see. Hold on. Give me the numbers. Let's see. 3.3%. So in a school of 500 people, that's like 15 trans people in youth ages 3 to 17. Although admittedly, it goes down to 1% over the whole population. That might be because of lagging or because of socioeconomical, political situations, or just simply that, you know, when you're young, you want to try something out. You want to be a goth. You want to be a vampire. But 3.3%, 1% of 500, that's 5 people. So yeah, in an average school of 100, even if it's a smaller school, you know, it's 100 people, you still got 3. That's still a lot. So yeah, this shouldn't be too weird and out of place. I'll be honest, calling Lulu Fang has been fairly difficult because I've still defaulted to their nickname. I used it for 3 years. Now, I'm using their preferred name. I'm calling them Fafa. Yet every time I call them by that, they seem sad. It's almost like Fang wants to communicate something, but doesn't. Even though the whole fucking time I've been telling people to communicate. I'm so fucking confused, honestly. You've been honest before, man. Be honest again. Guess this is the reality I have to live with now. This makes it sound like the transition is an inconvenience to everyone, and it's like government assigned. Whatever Fang was to call themselves is fine. What's important is that it makes them happy. I realize they're doing alright with it. I've been splitting my time between NASA and Fang, though why they won't hang out with each other or even want to be each other is concerning. No, that's just how it works with siblings, man. You grow apart. On top of that, every time I brought it up with Fang, I get shut down. Or they deflect and say they want nothing to do with their brother. They were both attached at the hip for rapt... Christ's sake! What happened in the past 8 years? Gunnar of a math teacher's out, so we have a substitute. And thankfully, no new lesson. Being stuck with group work sucks, at least I can partner up with Trish and Reed. It seemed reasonable enough. Reed has been a total bro about things, and he's funny by all accounts. I'm pretty passive when it comes to arguments between me and Trish. Speaking of which, Trish is an, interesting person. You know, we're a post-racist society, but she's got a thing for casually throwing around racial slurs against humans like skinny or caveman, like it was as essential as breathing. It just feels like there's racial tensions between us, and none of the games want to address it, and just kind of shove it under the rug with a post-racism stamp. I'm trying not to let it bother me too much, which is weird considering you kept being called a race traitor and stuff, so like, shouldn't racist slurs hit you hard? Fang was talking about some weird sciencey crap. They did? What about it? Like some magnetism shit? He then takes a sip of his water, which I'm assuming is his car supply? Ugh. I've heard some people drink bong water, and man, that sounds disgusting. I can't even imagine what that tastes like. Dude, you drink coffee? Might as well drink dirt. Ooh, look at me. I'm drinking my tasty hot artisanal bean juice, Reed said in a jokingly mocking voice. Crap, mumbled that. I do appreciate that as much as Anon does mumble this. At least it's constantly aware of the fact that it kind of fucking sucks and is stupid, and it's mostly used for jokes. It's not constantly used to progress things. Well, what's that water you have tasted like then? Agua, bruh. He lazily smiles, sealing his canteen. Apparently you made a magnet shoot across the room and embed itself in the wall. How the fuck did you do that? Well, magnets are cool. But I may have accidentally made a real gun. Believe me, it was not intentional. And on a gun, really? That's dumb as fuck. You could have gotten them hurt. You could have gotten expelled. Mr. Electric could have sent you to the principal's office. I wouldn't let him get hurt, and I promise it won't happen again. I won't let that happen again. It implies that this was like a passive activity. It was a bit careless of me, and I'm sorry. The officer shooting a glare my way before putting her face back into her homework. I'll admit, the railgun wasn't my brightest idea. Maybe Next time we get a physics assignment, we'll make a catapult that flings erasers, all part of the eternal effort on the never-ending war on boredom. She looks at me with disgust. Seriously? An eraser catapult? You're such a child. God damn it! I guess I am at heart. Reads a lazy smile, and Truckle gets Trish to sigh heavily as she puts her back into her work, crumbling to herself. At least she doesn't want to go on me with those knobby horns she has. At least I don't think she does. Today I chose, or rather was asked by NASA to sit with Naomi and him today. If there was anyone that I would consider to be a motor mouth, it would be her. But at least she loves NASA. Surely he sees something I don't. Other than them being cute together. NASA looks exhausted, and the bags under his eyes are the sign of sleeplessness. He's droning on. So, I talked to the soccer team earlier this morning, and they're going to make the first game after all.
Isn't that great, Anon?
Yeah! Woo! Sports ball! NASA keeps on going on, but I can see he's starting to sway. Every time he's ever started swaying back and forth like this is when we used to do sleepovers at my house or his. We're the first one to fall asleep. I got the Illinois Club to finally take down the Christmas decoration so the library is clean. Jumped out of my seat before he has a chance to fall over backwards into his food, grabbed by the shoulders. God damn, he's heavy! Fuck those big-ass dino bones. He snaps it. Oh god, not the rocks! Naomi looks... No, sir, are you okay? Hey, little brother, you alright? He looks at both of us before sighing heavily. Oh, my head hurts. Ugh. Look at Naomi, she gives me a nod. She checks his forehead temperature.
Oh, goodness, honey, you're burning up. Are you feeling sick?
No, I just don't sleep very well, that's all. It was Fang, wasn't it? Well, he doesn't look me in the eye, instead stares down at the food on his plate. Partially, yeah. You want to talk about it? Maybe later. I should eat something, though.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea, dear.
Ugh.
I may not eat meat, but that chicken salad in Alfredo sauce you have looks heavenly.
I think they have plain pasta in Alfredo sauce up in the herbivore line. Good Italian food. I blame Uncle Mo for corrupting me with his glorious grub. Announcer smiles somewhat before deflating. Yeah, I got into it with Fang last night. I got them downstairs last night making dino nugs in the microwave. I asked them what they were doing and they told me to fuck off. And I was like, did you order a gross of eggs? And she said, I've made a mess of my life and I think we were doing the meme wrong or something. Yep, navigating between them and that dino nugs. I learned that hard way one summer. Like, goddamn, Fang, that shit ain't on any of the organ meats the carnivores need. What happened after that? Well, I figured my dad would help. He just got home from a night shift, so I talked to him. Oh, sweet NASA, that's the last thing you should have done. At least you could have gotten your mom. Needless to say, there was a shouting match, and Fang and Lo Wang got really pissed off at the both of us, and she, let go of his shoulder as Naomi pulls NASA close to her bosom and thus attire. I said,
Oh, you poor baby.
she coos, rubbing his crest. Falls asleep immediately in her arms, much to our shock. Wow, damn, he really didn't sleep well. Poor worrywart.
He's always like this, especially with his sister and his family in general.
She leans her chin atop and sighs.
That seems to be getting worse lately, like
He's trying to help everyone.
yeah, something like that.
It's just who he is, Naomi. He wants to be helpful to everyone. Always putting others before himself, especially family.
We should help him.
With what? Fang?
No, but taking him to the nurse's office.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that might make sense. Yeah, we should. I'll have to carry him on my back. He's definitely heavier than when I used to carry him. But then again, this is my job as self-proclaimed older brother. Still, God is heavy. After dropping Nasser off and letting him rest in the nurse's office, I gotta say, we are not building the conflict that we need for the story to actually work. You're starting to bore me, which is impressive, considering that everything else bored me by being long in the tooth. You're boring me by having nothing going on that is new or interesting. My way across campus. Like, you're not even keeping the mystery of, like, why is he so, To my second to last class of the day, music. Although I never recall signing up for it, I'm more than happy to be in it since Fang has it too. Bumping into that green stego in the hall was she mentioned something about karma and lovers. I don't know. I swear I've seen her somewhere before, though. Bah! I booked it hard to get here. All sweaty and gross. What the fuck? It's a school, man! Not a street. It's not that long. The teacher at Mr. Jingo calls out,
Ah, good timing, Mr. Moose. You are just in time for class to begin. Lucky you, today's a free period. Take an instrument of your choosing and have fun.
Ah, strange. She then sits back at his love seat, slips on a pair of headphones and blacks out. I look at them all loaded with woodwinds, brass, and other various instruments. Guitars and basses all thoroughly used. That's the one everyone defaults to. In the other corner of the room, a large piano. Looks like an older model Yamaha. Walking up to it and getting closer and look, I notice it's a baby grand. That thing looks 20 years old. It's older than I am. Oh, and all well tuned to this, if at all. I sit down on the bench, setting my backpack aside, setting my backpack on my right, as my favorite pale blue tarot walks up to me. Fang's blue? That's my attack. You're blue now. Stop to it, they say, holding a guitar in their hand. I smile at them. Perfect. How's it hanging? They lean on the wall next to me because they are cool like that. Alright, I guess. Are you gonna be playing on that? They point at the piano. Just for a bit. I haven't played in a while, not since leaving rock bottom at least. Does your mom still make you play? No, but she did teach me, and your mom did too. Because I kinda like it, it's relaxing. I place my fingers over the keys and think about what I want to play. When I play, I don't play sheet music, I play by feeling. Doesn't help that I can't sight read for worth a damn. I know what to do. I begin playing the opening chords on my mom's favorite Journey song, Open Arms. Fang, of course, snickers. Really, boomer rock. You would like that, Weeb. Mom likes it, and Dad plays it in the garage. I shrug as I continue. Besides, it's a pretty song. They giggle. Much to my surprise, they accompany me halfway through the song. The sound of strings is beautiful. Not like what happened on that bass guitar at the concert. Tarot in their element, playing the instrument they love. She loves. Anon, are you misgendering it? That's intentional? That's straight up you being like, I need a girl in my life. I can't date a non-binary. Like, honestly, again, that would be an interesting conflict. If that's what we're going for, I'm all game. Especially if we're actually like this would work better if Fang, if you're going with Fang is non-binary and we're sticking with it to the end, and Anon just kind of has to fucking deal with it. Couldn't help but hum along the lyrics of the song, and she was too. Fuck! I can't help but think if there's anything but a god damn it! This they them shit is hot. Fang, you can't be non-binary. It's inconvenient to me. That's how this works. All right, Anon, you can't be a guy. It's inconvenient to me. How's that work? Oh, but I'm the protagonist. She plays beautifully, sings beautifully. Well, fuck, she's beautiful. I'm just so confused. Is this what Nasser feels? No, Nasser's problem is that he doesn't give a shit. He's not that involved in the process. Reaching in the song, my hands are trembling as I pull it from the key. I'm so fucking pissed off at my girlfriend for not being a girl. This is a healthy relationship. I feel like this is a genuine problem with actual people who are transitioning. And like Anon is just sweeping this shit under the rug. Like, look, a little baby. I like it. What a fucking child this Anon is. Anon? No, not she. It's not fair! I want a girlfriend, Fang! I'm very specific about the details. Like, fucking hell, Anon. What even is the difference to you? Like, what actually changes on your end of the bargain? I'm fine, Fang. I just have a lot on my mind. Like the fact that your vagina's gone. Anon, what? You're non-binary, right? So it's just smooth? Anon, holy shit, how stupid are you? Listen, I don't know how this stuff works. It's just this little idiot. Be quiet, setting the guitar down and sitting next to me on the bench. But I do like that we're calling it out. If we're making this a plot point, if it's actually, it's great. No, oh god. Listen, right? I'm just gonna put my little beans down, right? This is the best story to have Fang actually be non-binary. Because Anon already knows girl Fang. And so this friction and conflict works way better. It's, yes, Anon, you knew Lucy, the girl, the 10-year-old, the 7-year-old, the 8-year-old, the 9-year-old. But Fang has changed. Fang is now non-binary, and you can't go back to the past. You must let go and accept this. And if you still love them, then you have to... Like, there is an interesting story to talk about there. Like, it doesn't even have to be that Fang is non-binary. Hell, I would accept anything where it's just like, no, And I'm not going back to wearing frilly dresses. I like wearing normal ass fucking pants now. Ugh. To have an actual discussion about what it means to grow up and change as a person. But because the story is going to stick to the OG, I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure the Swan Father is not going to stick with Lucy. You know what? Let's not keep it a mystery. Let's spoil ourselves right here and now and get real fucking mad. Yep. Okay. So I'm just gonna get mad about this. Okay. My mate. Okay. Okay. I must confess. I'm like actually a little upset now. Like let me put my little beans down. Right. Oh my god. I don't know how to. I'm sorry, Swan Father. You've gotten there. Like my problem is not that Fang stays Fang. That Fang becomes Lucy again. That's all. That's fucking fun stuff. But I genuinely feel like this is one of the best contexts to explore this idea in. This idea of like, but Trish was there for the last 8 years, Anon, and Trish was there for 8 years. You can't just pretend that people stay the same for 8 years. There's a core of personality that probably stays the same, that is harder to change than the rest. But, like, that was never a concern back in the day. Oh my god. I just feel that it's a wasted opportunity to go with this straight on. Like, I know Fang is a shit name, all things considered. Ugh, I'm just a little disappointed that you're gonna go. It's like you're perfectly set up for a brand new angle, and you walk down the road already walked. There's a beautiful jungle out there, buddy. Oh, let's keep going on. I'll keep the music off until my spirit has returned. Hannah, why won't you call me Lulu? Like a knife, I'm cut to the quick. I'm quick to the cut. My heart freezes at the stand to the amber eyes. You want to be called Fang, right? I do. But I never said to stop using my nickname. Listen, Lulu is derived from your dead name, and what, you didn't want to offend me? You were literally offended about me using the wrong pronouns a week ago, Fang! What are you talking about? This is a visible, confirmed problem we're having. They cut me off, a tone of anger in their voice. My foot tastes incredibly salty with a hint of dumb today. I shakily sigh. I don't want to make you upset. They deflate, wings drooping down. That's about what happened last week. Yes! I couldn't speak. They were right. Well, why not speak? You just have to nod, man. They continue. You're trying your best not to offend me. I understand, but you need to hear this, Anon. You and only you are allowed to call me Lulu. That's not something I'm gonna give up ever. That's weirdly specific. You were like 5 when you invented that. However, this has given me some new ideas for my own thing. Yes, ideas are percolating to the surface. Actually, I can. Ooh, this blends really well with what I've already got. So many little things I can make work here. Ooh. Because originally I wanted to have this thing set in Saint Hammond, but now I realize that I can have Lucy be Liz be a transfer, and then Anon slowly drifts apart from Fang. And kind of realizes that he doesn't want to date a non-binary person. Like he's genuinely like, ugh, I don't want to put up with this shit. Um, and then he can float towards Liz. And then he can sort of float towards the Pains as well. It's like he has to leave behind Nasser because him and Nasser don't get along too well because Nasser's more ambitious and trying hard. God, that is like a genuinely sad story of like, yeah, it's been 8 years. That's over twice, almost twice the amount of years we've known you. Why did you think things would stay the same? Things will never be the same again. It's not the beginning. It's not the end. They place a hand on me. I'm sorry I yelled at you. You didn't deserve that, but it wasn't meant for you. I was looking for a fight that day, and you were the first person I could lash out at. I'm just afraid of hurting you. I'm just a big pudding boy. I'm just a big soft pudding boy. They reach for the feather hanging around my neck. A smile gracing that beak as they touch it. You haven't. And you won't. I look into their eyes. Such beautiful pools of amber. We're so close right now. I want to tell them, or I could make it meal. Oh, God. I want to tell them so much about everything that happened in Rock Bottom. But how much they mean to me. How much you mean to me? Come on, baby, God. How much I love them. Why the blush? Actually, no. Why would it be the magic school setting? I could totally make this the one with the fucking fancy burn scars. Because then it makes sense to go to Volcano High. Wait. God, it's slowly clicking in my brain, but I don't know why. Yeah, it could be that. It's because then in between those two periods, Anon could have gotten the fancy scars and stuff, and all that business. And he has the dreamscape, so he has a lot more in common with Mia, who's also involved in all that, compared to Fang, who is like everything he doesn't want anymore. And then you have that immediate sort of connection of like, yeah, of course these two people would have this. Oh God, that works so much better. Safi, take notes! You fucking moron! You'll forget this otherwise. Then we can keep the other instant Hammond for clarity. Might this be what I need to dislodge my brain? Who knows? Even if I'm mad at this, I am glad that at least this isn't gosh dang more E1. I'll tell them so much about everything that happened in Rock Bottom. How much do they mean? How much I love them? Why they're blushing? Because we're overusing the fucking mumbling. So the band is having practice after school today. You want to hang and watch? Maybe give your thoughts? Yeah. Sure, I'm down. They smile and their tail thumps softly against the bench. Great! I'm bringing 2 instruments this time. You could carry them? They point towards the bass guitar that was sitting in the protective case over by their seat. Honestly, if I'm gonna do that, I should probably have Fang be clingy. Like, Fang wants to make it work. Anon is just slowly realizing he can't make it work. And he has to make and they both have to make that mature decision. It has to be sort of from both sides, because otherwise it's one of those stories where like, oh, the guy gets to say no to a girl. Wow! And that's a little too on the nose. It's supposed to be that they both realize that they've grown apart. That's the mature thing to do. Otherwise, it feels a little bit too much like Fang is getting a bad ending for not sucking Anon's dick, which is a thing you want to avoid. But Safi, the magic setting, shh, don't worry about it. That's because I need the setting to have something. And honestly, this setting has negative lore because it constantly flirts with but never addresses its own elephants. And that's negative points. That's negative points. Okay. Resonate. 2 instrument. Why not just your bass? Because Anon isn't suggesting this. What the fuck are you doing? So Anon is not just a little limp biscuit, but other people are suggesting his plot beats for him. Because I want to try to play it for once in my band. A look and posture of frustration overtakes their body. Reed and Trish think that 2 basses will make the thing sound unique or some more, whatever the hell that means. So they forced you to play another bass. No, I was outvoted 2-1. But if I'm going to do that, I should probably make the whole band more like the Goodbye Volcano High band. Like, they've gone... Because that way the whole band is sort of a more cohesive unit of, like, LGBT people, so that Anon feels more repelled with his shall we say, 4chan upbringing, his internet upbringing. So he's more repelled by what he finds. Because I can't just have Trish be a generic-ass villain, especially since Fang is kind of the repelling force. And Rita would, of course, be the wild card. Oh god, I'm having all kinds of ideas. No, I was voted 2-1. That's bullshit, Lulu, and you know it is. They don't know your instrument is the guitar, not the bass. What a weird-ass fucking sentence. Between 2 people. Fang shakes their head. They're getting really upset now. They do, but every time I fucking complain, I instantly get shut down by Trish. I'm sick of it. I want to play my fucking guitar in my fucking band with my fucking friends. I smile and wave my hand across, signifying that point. Oh, Fang, you're so right. You're just the best. And there you go. That's your reason. Doesn't sound irrational. Jesus Christ. Why are you such a wet towel, Anon? They deflate. Oh, maybe. I think the answer you meant was yes, Anon. You're 100% right. You're the sexiest man around. I think the answer you meant to say is yes. It isn't irrational to want to play what I want to make me happy. Am I correct? It's not even our job. You're a high school band. Why are you taking this damn seriously? Their flustered smile betrays. No, of course you're right. And goddamn it, Anna, get that smug smile off your dweeby face. Nope. I'm consuming. I don't listen. I know what you're trying to do with this, but it's a little lame to harp on it. It's not even that clever. If he does it one more time, it becomes a classic, and at that point, I can't argue. You gotta get there. You gotta get there though. Gotta do it once more. They hit me in the face with that wing a couple of times out of annoyance, but they aren't complaining. It's well priced to pay for making them smile. After class, we make our way to the auditorium. Hurried Reed, my bass guitar isn't that heavy. Well, I had to carry a very tight tarot today to the nurse's office because he was eating and sleeping simultaneously. Stop at the door, gripping the handle tightly. What, NASA? They asked with a hint of concern in their voice. Yeah, the poor guy needs to catch up with sleep. I wish he would. I reached for the door handle to open it, beckoning Fang inside. Well, angels first. It should be without apostrophe. It is not possessive, nor is it an action. Angels, as in the plural of angels, go first. Unless he is saying angel is first. But he hasn't called her angels before. I say with a grin on my face. They blush and pout. Oh, you dweeb. I narrowly dodge another wing slap to the face as we laugh together, heading inside. In the distance, on the stage, hold on, we need a different song. In the distance, on stage, Trish and Reed have already set up most of their equipment. I wonder where he keeps those large drums of his stash during the day. Well, I didn't see him bring them in this morning. A raptor has his secrets, I guess. Trish takes notice of Fang and Habitat. Hey, what took you so long? Fang smirks and yells back. Had to grab something, and someone. Trish though notices me, and her smile immediately fades into reluctance. Oh, come on, why is he here? He's not even part of the band! Fang steps onto stage, setting down the guitar case as I slide the bass up onto stage and head into the front view and sit down. Also, having the band actually be successful, going with the goodbye volcano high background to things. Because the frustration isn't Trish. Trish is not the source of problems, but it's Fang. You could have the band work like that. You could have them be actually somewhat successful. And it's like, oh, Anna, we're going to be famous. You kind of have to... Listen, I got enough to worry about. Ideas are percolating in my brain. A wow wow. Bang. Anyway, Fang had to grab something else. He's not part of the band. I invited him to come and watch our practice, Trish, and for your information, he is our friend. He's allowed to be here. Yeah, right. Sup, migo? Actually, if I stick to the OG, you can do more with that. I don't know, does it really matter that much? I guess the angle I need to take is that Trish can be... Oh, God, I need Trish to be an externalized thing, right? I need Trish and Reed to kind of stay on this angle of Anon can blame them for what Fang has become, so that he can sort of postpone and compartmentalize and push away the fact that Fang has actually changed. Like, he comes to the conclusion, like in Snoot Game, that's actually the case. Like, Trish changed Fang. But in this one, it would be like he accuses Trish of it, but Trish is like, no, I know. And that's the story. Is that Anon keeps thinking that and he can't get out of it. Ugh. Sup, amigo? Glad that you could join us. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Trish shouts something at me. Here's Anon, catch. She tried to correct herself, maybe making good progress after. Ah! Ouch. The object that was tossed to me fell off my head and landed on my lap. Clearly, my hubris is my own downfall. That or my lack of basic hand-eye coordination. I look down at the object and see that it's a CD of Verm Drama's latest single, In Dragon Onslaught. The art in it is very colorful, to say the least. The Photoshop dragon is a nice touch, though. What do you think? I made that in art class. Well, I like it. It's very abstract. I dig it. Trish then notices the two cases, the guitar that Fang's holding and the bass I set on stage. The bass? The bass! It's a bass, not a bass! Hang on, we don't need a fish. Why do you have a guitar and a bass, Fang? We're gonna try something new today, called an executive decision. We will play one song with two basses and then one song with a bass and a guitar. They look towards me with a smirk. Anon is gonna have to pick his favorite between the two. Oh great, I'm getting roped into this. Neat! Trish is staring daggers into me. He doesn't know anything about music. I think the reason I want to use Goodbye Vaquero to High Fang is that her identity is more self-actualized. It's way more, look, I'm going for cool witch stuff. It's a bit, ugh. But on the other hand, I kind of like the idea that this is what Fang wants. And if, oh god, I forgot to turn the images back on. Sorry for that. Hold on. Here you go. Just play catch up. Play catch up. I don't know how much I missed. I'm sorry. Actually, I gotta take a break real fast. I need some food. I need some dinner. I need some din-dins in my tum-tums. Alright, where were we? But I don't know anything about him. Where am I? Oh, I'm being roped into this. Which is that way? I feel like I started back up here. They look towards me with a smirk. And I'm gonna pick the favorite between the two. Oh, I'm being roped into this, neat. Glaring daggers at me. But he doesn't know anything about music. Fang looks back at Trish, an eyebrow raised. Of course he does. Dude can tickle the ivories pretty well. I'm not that good! Fang smirks as they glance back at me. I beg to differ, monkey boy. God damn it, that nickname! I cross my arms. Oh, sue me. Well, made me practice every day. Dude, you play the piano. That's something to be proud of. Seriously, it's just the piano, nothing crazy. Up until the piano is actually a pretty complicated instrument to play. Fuck it, play something, damn you. Fang pulls out the bass from its case and plugs it into the aux jack. Okay, let's play I Need My Meth Money by Tuesday night. Edgar Allan Poe would be having a stroke if he heard that was the title. Reed clacks the sticks together as Trish prepares her bass. Oh, what? Two. Yeah, I'm getting the Anon flashbacks. My ears! Oh god, why did I sit in front row? Fang looks at me nervously after they finish the song. So, what do you think? I sigh and shake my head. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, sitting in the front row was a terrible idea. Lulu, try with the guitar. I want to hear. Sorry, my front teeth. Like, top to top, you know, the one that's not great. Trish grits her teeth, seething with rage at the mention of Fang's nickname. We don't need to change our idea. We're doing fine with double bass. Your double bass, Trish. But it's unique. It's unique. It's not a terrible idea, dudes. Yeah, unique. And getting booed off stage by every single bunch. And getting booed off stage by a bunch of assholes really what makes it unique. You know what I mean? That's not unique. A lot of people have that. Like, if you were like the whole audience, Fang says, almost sarcastically. God damn, they mean business. Man, can you imagine if Fang was actually sarcastic? Holy shit, that would have been, like, unacceptable. Trish is getting pissed again. They were invited by your brother. He's not the fucking problem right now. Oh, shit. Reed seems to get the idea and tries to calm them down. Whoa, dudes, let's just chill. You could just have Reed said, like, you are explaining the sentence. Like, if you're writing this, it implies that, okay, he's done that, but then you're like, no, this is what he says. Pick one. Pick one. Guys, let's not tear out each other's throats here. Why don't you play the song with guitar? What's the damage in that? I mean, really, there shouldn't be any issue with trying some new things. You aren't a part of this. Fang drops the bass of the stage, towers over, wings flared, capped by the clicking of their beak.
Don't fucking yell at him. He is my boyfriend. Mine! Just because you have some random skinny come out of nowhere doesn't make him entitled to everything!
Trish shouts back. Fang's eye twitches at the remark. I couldn't help but feel awful for being here in the first place.
What the hell did you do? You've been up his ass for the last...
Guys! Somebody yelled out, cutting off the tarot. I snapped our attention towards me. Can we just play something? I don't want to see you both argue. Fang backs off. Sorry. Why don't we play the Jones Down special with me on the guitar this time? Fine. Fang sets down the bass guitar and grabs their silvery guitar with Korean accents. Oh, that's pretty. Get it? It's my color and their color. It's our color. It's our color. It's our color. It's horny. Reed clacks sticks together, and to my shock, no ear-deafening music. And it's weird, they suddenly played like a lot quieter. Maybe they adjusted the volume. I don't know, it's really weird. Weird lyrics aside, Fang really shines with that voice of theirs. Like a chorus of angels. It's really weird that you hear multiple people talking, almost like the dimensions are breaking. By the end of the song, Fang was panting and sweating, and so was everyone else. Found myself standing and clapping. Encore, that was fucking awesome! Fang smiles, looking back at Trish. See? Totally sounded better. And I loved it, and I loved it. I gotta agree, that shit rocked. Well, I meant it sound good, but the uniqueness, the selling point. For fuck's sake, we're a high school band. For fuck's sake, it's a high school band. Aren't you doing this for fun? Yeah, but I call for a vote, Trish. Her eyes go wide as her face sinks. All in favor of sticking to the bass? Trish raises her hand shakily. For a guitar? 3 hands go up. Trish didn't like that. Trish will remember that, raising my hand. You aren't even a part of the band, fucking caveman! Place my hand back down and shrug. I know. You know, Anon smirking at that moment is kind of important to the scene. God, why are you such a soft pudding boy, Anon? You're such a soft pudding boy. Quit making him your mortal enemy. I asked for his fucking input. He should have some say. That feather he wears doesn't make him special, Fang! Fang looks ready to rip off Trish's horns. The tension between them is thick. Thick like Fang's ass! Whoa, man, you can't just say that. Reed and I look at each other. He breathes deeply and steps between them. Well, at least I only have to remove one bass line and add guitar to the songs. This implies that Reed is the problem, because he isn't able to make this work, less than that these people are incapable of playing the instruments. Well, it worked. Also, this implies that, like, just having Fang play guitar is good enough, right? Like, just switching instruments fixes the problem. The songs are now getting rewritten. Why? Well, it worked. Trish and Fang deflate and look away from each other. Like, you could include a little line that's like, you know, it still doesn't quite work because it's obviously 2 bass lines instead of a guitar line and a bass line, or whatever. The comment about the feather was a low blow, but she's right. The feather doesn't make me special. It's the meaning of it to me, that is. Fang grabs that right arm tight, because that's the sprite in the game! We should keep practicing, right? Missing a closing bracket, quotation mark. Trish, still not looking their way, crosses her arms. Yeah, let's keep practicing. You'll stay and listen, yeah? Yeah, of course. Not that far from my apartment, anyway. It's a 10-minute walk. Oh my god, Anon, they trapped you in a 10-minute walking city? Oh, my poor boy, he's taken in by the communists. What would make everyone happy right about now? Of course, the answer's always pizza. Not always, but a certain group of mutant turtles would say so at least. Maybe we could order some pizza. Oh, you betcha. I'll order us the meteor special and a vegetarian. You know. Yeah, you're a herbivore. You okay with quick veg? Yeah, I'd be okay with that. Hey, an extra meteor. I got the munchies, bro. Right, I'll go place the order. Maybe I should call my parents tonight. I haven't done that in a while. I gotta give them the status update and save my game. I'm also homesick, and I need Dad to send me the money I got for killing bad guys. Walking out of the auditorium to order pizzas, I feel a tinge of guilt. There are a lot of things I should be doing, but haven't gotten around to yet. Trish might be right about some of what you said after all. Hold up, are we having a big think? No, we're doing this one. Who am I to suddenly come back into Fang's life and change things? What if I promise we made when we were just wee little lads? I mean, it wasn't intentional. As much as I would want things to go back the way they were, it's not gonna happen. So much has happened since I've been gone. NASA's wing, Lucy's gender choice, and the name preference. The relation between those two. 8 years of uncertainty, all because I didn't reach out to them. I could have sent a letter, something, so why didn't I? Hell, why didn't they get angry about that? I dialed the nostalgic phone number and called. How is it nostalgic? Oh, because it's their house. So you could have called them? It's not even that you forgot their number? You fucking asshole, Anon. Bring, telephone, bring, telephone. I should spend some one-on-one time with two of my favorite tarot. So much to see, oh no, wait. Oh, he does have their numbers, but why would it be nostalgic? Anyway, for some reason, we're going to Fang's POV. This makes total sense somehow. What the hell is this? Oh, Super Mario World sprites. Super Mario World is an extremely eclectic art style whereby many enemies are drawn in completely different ways. Design documents reveal that Mario went through many stylistic changes. It is possible that all the enemies were made to fit Mario, but at different points in time. Where were we? We spent a couple hours practicing after we took the vote. The pizza Uncle Mo sent was top quality and fresh. To my surprise, and unpaid. As much as I don't like abusing Uncle Mo's goodwill, his pizza ain't cheap. It's hella worth it, though. Anon said his goodbye and walked home, wherever that is. Being the last Ano standing, I am left wondering to myself what the hell happened earlier. I've blown up and got snappy with him a lot more. Even the hormonal piece of work like myself could notice. Even blew up on Trish. I've never blown up her. Maybe it's because you're a teenager and you're hormonal? Like, that's just a thing that happens in puberty, man. If you consider the baby... Maybe there's a lot going on in your life. There's like a bajillion reasons you could be hormonal that and temperamental that have nothing to do with Anon. Watching her belittle them and target him, it hurts. They're my best friends, and Reed, both my friends, and Reed too. And I want to be racist to Anon. I get to call him Monkey Boy. I don't want him to fight. Anon doesn't get aggressive with her. He has every right to. Why won't he? What happened to the boy I used to know? Why didn't he contact us? Why didn't we reach out to him? Honestly, why the fuck were we all so goddamn stupid? This whole story barely makes sense from this perspective. I'm taking through my thoughts as Nasser pulls up with the NASCAR. He pops the trunk so I can place my cases into it. Shutting it, I climb into the passenger seat. He turns his head towards me. Hey Fang, how did practice go? I shrug, keeping my gaze fixed on him. It was fine, I guess. He shifts into drive, and we're off to the wacky races. Nasser keeps his eye on the road and I look out the window. Drive home is always the most comforting part of the day for me, even if I'm stuck to a confined space with my golden boy of a brother. Glancing back over him, I can tell this usual chipper mood is missing. He's deep in thought, even while driving. God, what a day, he says to himself out loud, breaking the brief time of silence. He doesn't normally speak his thoughts like that, so something must be bothering him. And it really comes through for us, huh? Just like he put us before himself. It's honestly really weird. We haven't seen him in like 8 years, and he's like really affectionate and interested. It's like this guy just, it's like he's just been waiting 8 years for anything to happen. It's kind of depressing when you think about it. Like, I feel like he needs a real friend instead of, whatever the fuck this is. Much I want to tell him to fuck off. I'm curious to hear about what the dweeb did today. He's always been considerate, but never gentle. I wonder how much changed since we last saw him. 8 years just baffles me to no end. My thoughts exactly. Anon's really changed, yet he deeply cares about us. He accepts what happened to us, like my name change, my choice to be non-binary, and even Nasser's. Sends chills up my spine, make my wing itch just to think. about or even look at it. The guilt, the pain, the regret. Hey, Fang, did you have pizza? What? How do you know? I just thought I smelled something is all. Dude, stop smelling me. That's fucking weird. Sorry. I huff, leaning into the door. Oh yeah, the dweeb wonder. Thought it'd be a good idea to have some food for practice. And was that your practice? Yeah, is that a fucking problem? Of course not. I figured you want to ride home. I own that anyway. What, do you own a piggyback ride or something? Actually, I do. He carried my sleepy ass to the nurse's office today. Oh, so he wasn't kidding? Him? Carry... What are we, kids again? I mean, it kind of felt like it. It was nice. Maybe we should never have to leave, you know? Fang, I have to confess something. What is it? I'm gay. Dude, you're dating now. She sucks! I love Anon! He's got such beautiful, non-existent eyes. Do you think we should tell Mom and Dad he's back? Mom will be over the moon, but Dad, if he sees that feather, he won't fucking touch him. That feather is my claim on him. And suddenly Fang gets weird, and I'm like, okay, cool. I guess they're both just fucking creeps about it. He's mine. No one else's. Fucking Trish. Who does she think she is to call that feather not special? Sorry, something fell. The fact that he always wears it on his neck, it makes my heart feel bubbly. My wings itch at the thought of seeing his warm smile. The thought of kissing him on that cold day before he left. Fucking blushing, holy shit. God, I want to admit my feelings to him. I want him so badly, but yet, the way I am right now, I'm so fucking conflicted with who I am and what to do. This implies that, like, this non-binary stuff is you trying stuff out, which is not how this works! Do I deserve him? Does he really want me despite the mess I am? Maybe I should talk to him soon. So much easier. Wow, I have to confess, man. You're kind of going off the rail here. You're kind of going in a bad direction with this. Swanfather, you had me in a large part of this, and we're kind of slipping and sliding on this banana peel. Anything too interesting down here? Also love the set revealed Anon is locked into E4. I love it when I don't get it, right? Some people just pop into the comments and they're like, "Oh, this is an English guy. I'm just gonna start talking Spanish to him." I love it. It's so like, hey, I know you can get a translation on this. I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna make this as clear as I can. You figure it out. You do the transliteration on your part. 9% that she will do her thing. Trish, okay, so that makes sense. Everything does to attack file control Fang, but I'm telling you, if they become a couple quickly, Fang will not take well to it at all. I mean, sure, do the selection, yeah. Realmente! What does that even mean? What does that mean? Let's just learn this word. Really? Oh, it is just that simple, huh? Someone really needs to speak up. And I think it needs to be anonymous. Unspoken words could be condemning. I don't like that. That's so subtle. That's so fucking low-key if we're going with, like, unspoken words. Get out of here. That's so lame. You're writing fan fiction, not high art. Get your subtlety out of my face. Next chapter, the past held by a string. I get it, because that's the feather he wears.